You need for speed. This is a Kennesaw State team that you're going to love to watch this season. This Kennesaw State team was really good a season ago with some young pieces. They were 15-16, losing in the first round of the ASUN tournament, come in tied for 9th in the preseason poll this year. They're bringing back 2 starters, but their top returner, Simeon Cottle, 15.6 points per game a season ago. They got an infusion of youth this offseason, 8 freshmen, really prioritizing that positional size. The big question for them, how will they adjust to the physicality of Conference USA? And we'll get a little bit of taste of that early on in the year. They've got Rutgers coming to their building. They head all the way to Alberta, Canada for the Western Slam before opening Conference USA play versus Jacksonville State on January 4th. And now we're excited to be joined by Owls head basketball coach Antoine Petway, as well as their all-conference guard, Simeon Cottle. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, very similar question to what I asked Coach Blue earlier on in this conversation. But, Coach, you're making the transition to Conference USA. Obviously, a much different league. You guys play in high-octane style of basketball. What are you expecting to be the biggest challenges that you guys face?
Yeah, like you said, we're going up in the league. You're going to see more athleticism, better skill set. I think the coaching at Conference USA is phenomenal as well. So we realize it's going to be a tremendous challenge, but we're working every day preparing to get ready for it. So the physicality and just the overall skill set and just size for position is 3 things that we're definitely going to look to try to, make sure we accomplish going forward.
Coach, you guys get 8 new freshmen, 10 new newcomers. How do you go about bringing that team together? I heard there's some barbecue involved.
Yeah, we try to do things off the court. We do a lot of team fun and going out to eat, going bowling. And, we have a lot of meetings where we just get a chance to sit around and get to know each other. And it helps when I got a tremendous leader coming back and seeing Cottle. He's not only one of our best players, but he's also one of our best kids. So he's doing a great job leading this team this year.
I got to know, where's the best barbecue in Kennesaw, Georgia?
Jim and Nick.
Okay.
I'm throwing that out there right now, Jim and Nick. You get to Kennesaw, try Jim and Nick barbecue. We do it every team meet. I think the guys get tired of it. We get it every team meet.
Well, consider it a date. Next time I'm in town, we'll have to get out and grab some barbecue. But Coach Simeon Cottle is back, though. You lose 3 of your top 4 scorers from last year. Who are you expecting to step into some bigger scoring roles this year?
Yeah, it's going to be by committee. When you lose a guy of Terrell Burns' caliber and Damon Robinson, you don't just replace those guys just from the start. It's going to be by committee. But we do like the pieces we brought in. We brought in the kid Ricardo Wright from SMU, who's had big games at SMU, started his career out at Marist. He scored, I think, 750 points in 2 seasons at Marist. So he's going to help in the low. We got a really good freshman class coming in. Adrian Woolley, Braden Liu, Jamil Miller, Ramon Sears. And so it's going to be basically by committee because, like I said, it's hard to replace those caliber of players when you look at a Terrell Burton and Damon Robinson. But I love our team. I love this group. I love the way we compete and the way we work. We got a culture of competing every single day we step on the court. And I think this guy next to me, he's really stepped up in his leadership role this season. So I'm looking for him to carry a big load as well.
Well, let's talk about that guy because you have told me you've called him a natural winner. He's done a lot of winning in his career in high school, now in college. Coach, what makes him such a unique player?
He loves the game. And his work ethic is second to none. He comes from a really good high school program in Tri-Cities. He played for Coach Force. They went to 4 Final Fours in the state of Georgia. He won 2 state championships. So when I stepped on campus, I inherited a winner from day one. And that's how he approaches every single drill, every single practice. He loves the game of basketball. And he got a natural charisma to him that draws the rest of his teammates in. So, like I said, he's been tremendous as a leader for me so far this year.
Now, Simeon, last year was a huge year for you, career highs across the board. When you went into the offseason, what parts of your game did you spend the most time on?
Really just learning how to finish over bigger defenders. I know going into Conference USA is going to be taller and longer players, so just finding ways to get easy buckets with my shot not falling.
Well, I got to admit, I'm looking. It looks like you spent a little extra time in the weight room as well.
Big guard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Big guard.
Well, we all know that Coach Petway runs a high-octane style of basketball. It's one that I like to watch. I'm sure it's one that you like to play in. What makes this system so much fun?
Just being able to showcase what we got in terms of playing through his portal and, like, his process of playing, just showing our skills and playing as a team. Like, just getting up and down and just playing together.
Well, for those of you,
I tell our guys, like, the work they put in, like Simeon, he works tremendously hard, like away from practice. Like we put in that time. And so what I tell these guys, you put in that time, that effort, like, we're gonna let you just play it when the lights are on. And so that our guys stay in the gym and they live in the gym. So when we get to the games, I want them playing with freedom and confidence. And he's a testament to that, man. He works so hard to, like, when he's in the game, I expect the shot to go in. And I don't want him to ever hesitate. So that's how we play. That's what we preach.
Well, I got to admit, I've seen the stats, and most of the shots do go in for Simeon. Simeon, as we've already talked about, a lot of new pieces. And for those who are going to come out to a game or watch you guys on TV, what do you expect to be the identity of this year's team?
Physicality and just a push. Like, I think this team got an edge because I feel like us being picked as ninth, it gave us a bug in our ear, chip on our shoulder. So
Sure.
I feel like we're gonna come in and show CUSA a lot.
Well, excited to watch you guys play out on the court. Coach, thanks for coming on. Simeon, best of luck this season. Stay healthy, and we'll see you down the road.
Dude, thank you.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. This is a Kennesaw State team coming into the conference with a chip on their shoulder as we head over to Matt Warner and Paul Nazigan.
Yeah, Naz, and if they're wondering, but what is that transition like from the ASUN to CUSA, they don't have to look far to find teams that just did it. Liberty, Jacksonville State a year ago. What can Kennesaw State learn from what those two programs went through last year?
Yeah, and the adjustment's going to be the same. And, you know, we've talked to those other teams that have made the jump from the ASUN to Conference USA. And again, it's things like just length,
right,
height, physicality, athleticism. I mean, it's a big jump to Conference USA. It's a great conference. And here's the thing, like, it's one thing to sort of know about it, even scout it, but until you go through it, you aren't really quite ready. And Coach Petway's got a great group and a style that's going to be fun to watch, and they're going to be competitive, but they're going to have to go through a season to really know kind of what they're up against. It's a tall task.
And they're going to go through a season with a lot of youth, 8 freshmen. Like, you don't see that a lot around the country.
Yeah, it's kind of old school. I mean, he's just a few years into the portal, and they've just kept the old recipe of going with young guys. Now here's the thing. Kennesaw State University saw firsthand, just go back a few years ago, what can happen when you bring in a big group of talented freshmen, take their lumps, stay with them, grow them, develop them. 4 years later, they had an ASUN championship. And I know Kennesaw State, they got a great guy there in Coach Petway and a great group around them. You watch those guys develop. It won't take them too long.
You talk about that championship, that trip to the NCAA tournament. Simeon Cottle, really the last contributor from that team. How much will they be leaning on his leadership as well as his talent?
Yeah, leadership for sure. Kind of, in a sense, with so many new guys, they're all in it together. But what you love to hear is what he means and what he does away from the court, how he's studying. When your best player is your hardest worker, then you got something special and you got something you can build around.